There was a time you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show it to me, do ya? I remember when I moved in you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. Well, maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone who outdrew ya. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not somebody who's seen the light, it's a cold and it's a lonely hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
So what is it about this song? Many dedicated followers of Leonard Cohen would argue that Hallelujah is not even this songwriter's greatest achievement. The singers who have performed Cohen's work most frequently, such as Jennifer Lawrence and Judy Collins, have tended to avoid this song. Until recently, most major magazines and newspapers' profile of Cohen didn't so much as mention Hallelujah when they reviewed the highlights of his career. As we've seen, though, there are several elements that distinguish Hallelujah, not only from Cohen's own body of work, but also from other crowning moments in popular music. If, as Katie Lang posited, people are hungry for spirituality in music, or at least hungry for spirituality, which music is able to provide, then Hallelujah provides a surefire solution. In a world polarized by black and white and politicalization of religion, the song offers a rare example of both reassurance and doubt. Obviously, it has a reoccurring prayerful element, but it's also evident in even the most superficial reading that the verses undercut any sense of simple, blind faith. Unlike the breathtaking precision of some of Cohen's other songs, the lyrics of Hallelujah are confusing and slightly out of focus. Perspectives shift between verses. Images from different stories are cross-cut, adding up to a mood that's more than a single coherent narrative. The effect, whether you hear it on your iPod or in a wedding ceremony or here from our talent, it can be as religious a song as you want it to be. A contemporary hymn or just something with a vague aura of holiness. This reading was from The Holy Earth Broken by Alan White.
2, when I was just a wee lad, I bought the album Colors of the Day by Judy Collins. That album was not only my introduction to a woman who would become one of my favorite singers, but also to the song Suzanne by Leonard Cohen. I love that song and even for a time learned to play it on a guitar. It's often listed as one of his best compositions. I also remember the song Sisters of Mercy, another Leonard Cohen song that Judy Collins sang. I didn't know anything about Leonard Cohen. I didn't even know that he sang his own music. But I did begin to notice that he had a complex understanding of the human spirit, and often used biblical or religious images and themes in his songs. In American pop culture, I find that intriguing and fascinating. We are hungry for something in the artistic realm, be it music, film, art, dance, literature, that speaks to the complexity of the human spirit. Something that reaches deep within, yet also touches the transcendent, moves us out of ourselves. I heard there was a secret chord that David played to please the Lord. David was king of Israel. He was a great warrior, having defeated Israel's enemies, and he held the 12 tribes of Israel together. David was also a musician and a poet, and about half of the 150 psalms in the Bible are attributed to him, including the excerpt from Psalm 138 that Chris read as our opening words. He is celebrated as one of the greatest leaders that Israel has ever known. Yet David was also a great sinner. One of the things I appreciate about the Hebrew Scriptures is that they don't whitewash the great people in Israel's history. The Old Testament writings tend to portray people as human beings, warts and all, great deeds and great failings, side by side, for all to see. One night, David is looking out from his palace and sees Bathsheba bathing on the roof of a neighboring building. He is captivated by her beauty, and he has to have her. But she's already married to Uriah, one of David's military leaders. Now, mind you, David already has several other wives, but he doesn't care. The arrogance and corruption of his power has set in. David takes Bathsheba to his bed while Uriah is away at battle, and she becomes pregnant. David has Uriah brought back to Jerusalem for a bit of R&R. David figures that if Uriah sleeps with his wife, then all will think that he is the father of her child, and David will be off the hook. Uriah, probably figuring that Bathsheba has been unfaithful, he refuses her, saying it's unfair to the other troops who are away from their wives and families. David is furious. He sends Uriah back to the war. He gives word to the general that Uriah is to be placed on the front lines of battle, and then the other troops are to pull back so that Uriah is killed. David is then free to take Bathsheba as another of his wives. Of course, God is angry, and David is told by the prophets that there will not be peace and harmony within his family as punishment for what he has done. But David remains a central figure, not only in the history of Judaism, but also in Christian and Islamic history. Hebrew theology states that the Messiah will be a descendant of David's, and New Testament writers go through great lengths to show that Jesus is of David's lineage. In Islam, David is considered to be a great prophet. I am not sure that we are able to see ourselves and each other in such an even-handed way. Are we able to see our faults repent and make amends, and also recognize our better qualities and our accomplishments? Are we able to see both the good and the bad in each other, strengths that can be supported and failings that can be forgiven? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. The Holy or the Broken is the title of the book by music writer and critic Alan Light. It tells the story of the song Hallelujah, and it's a fascinating story. The song is hard to categorize, yet it has become one of the most sung and most popular songs throughout the world. Leonard Cohen says that he wrote the song over 4 or 5 years. It seems to be typical for him to put a lot of time and energy and angst into his writing. In 1984, when it was first recorded on an album called Various Positions, the record company refused to release the album, calling it a disaster because it didn't fit the current trend of pop music that was then selling. And the song almost died there. Cohen, though, continued to sing it, and says he's probably written about 80 verses over the years. But he was never a very popular artist in the United States, getting most of his support in Europe and in his native Canada. The song was picked up by a few other artists, especially by a young singer-songwriter named Jeff Buckley, who recorded it some years later. In fact, many people first heard Buckley's version of the song and think that he is the author. But Jeff Buckley died in a tragic drowning accident shortly after the album was released, and the song lay dormant again. And then it started to be picked up by more and more recording artists, and finally took off with the Rufus Wainwright version that was recorded for the movie Shrek, right? It's where I first remember hearing it. But it's still not an easy song to categorize. There are religious elements that stand out, especially the story of David and the word hallelujah that soars throughout the song. Yet there are also some very heavy, difficult questions and elements. And then there's that soaring chorus that rises above it all to grab hold of our hearts and souls. I think the song sits at the intersection, the meeting point between the sacred and the profane. And that's always been central to Cohen's writing. The book claims that Cohen has rescued the word hallelujah from being just a religious word. I would suggest that he makes us realize that our religious experience covers all of our lives, not just the lofty ideas and images, but also the struggles in our hearts and the struggles on our streets. Not only the ideas of our mind, but also the lusts of our bodies. Not only all that is holy, but also all that is broken. That's all part of our religious life, our spirituality, the sacred within and around us. The melody touches us like an ecstatic moment. It begins low, it builds, and then lifts us into that final soaring moment. Hallelujah. As I mentioned to the children, this is the season of Lent in the Christian calendar, a time when Christians prepare themselves spiritually for the death and resurrection of Jesus. Lent for us is a metaphor, the coming to life of the human spirit after a time of trial and self-reflection. The fasting and repentance that many Christians practice is common in most religions, each with their own form and tradition. Lent for Christians, Ramadan for Muslims, Yom Kippur for Jews. Within 12-step traditions, the practice of self-examination and making amends becomes a powerful tool in recovery from addiction. Unitarian Universalists don't have a regular tradition or ritual to engage in that practice of self-examination, repentance, and renewal, to reflect and make some sense of both our brokenness and our holiness. Yet this is a very good practice for us to engage in. So I'd like each of us to take a moment right now. Think about who you are today. Look at your joys and struggles, your faults, and also the wonderful and creative things that you do. Think of something that you have accomplished, something that you can give yourself credit for, something that you can be proud of. Think about the qualities within you that help make this happen. How might you want to expand that skill or that quality in the time ahead? Now find within you a place of brokenness that needs healing. Remember that this is not an exercise to whip yourself into a frenzy for every mistake that you've ever made. Find that one place of brokenness. Perhaps it's a relationship that's been damaged, a commitment to something that you've broken, a goal that you've not made any progress toward. What is the one thing that you can actually do to bring some healing to that broken place within your soul? How can you move forward to prevent that brokenness from happening again? Leonard Cohen died this past November. There is one verse to Hallelujah that he often sings as the last verse in that song. It's a verse that to me beautifully reflects the holiness and the brokenness of the human spirit, perhaps at the moment of death. I hope that he was able to remember this verse before he died. I hope this verse is something that each of us can sing as well. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I learned to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't mean to fool you. And even though it